I was in like preschool and I would like have these like sausage links and like dip it in ranch and they would just vomit and they were like, "This is disgusting. Why are you doing this?"
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bestseller Podcast. I'm your host, Stella Atwood. This is mom producer Meredith Atwood, and on today's episode, we have Ryan Perry. Yay! Welcome! Yay! So, first thing I kind of want to ask you is how you are feeling about the Open coming up so soon in the beginning of the 2025 CrossFit season.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Just because I aged up this year.
Mm.
So I think it's definitely going to be harder, but I'm really excited because I think like between this year and like last year's open, like this year's training has been way better. Like I'm feeling so much better, so much more confident and a lot more skills. So I think I'm just really excited, but there's a lot of nerves going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because the 16-17 division's way harder than the 14 to 15.
Yeah. And also the new like qualification thing, like
Yeah.
that's a little sketchy for me. I don't know. Like
Yeah, like how do you feel about that? Like you said it's sketchy.
I don't know if I love it yet, just because I feel like with quarters and semis, I feel like it kind of gives you more of a variety of workouts. So like if you're really good at something, then you have a better shot.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just it's more opportunities. And I feel like without four more workouts with quarters, it's kind of gonna be a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know.
Because it goes straight from the open to semifinals. Like the open's only three
Yeah.
workouts and then semis is like five.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah, your
it
whole
could
year
be
down to 8 workouts. No big deal, ladies. It's
No
fine.
big deal. It's
yeah,
fine.
it could be
No
good.
pressure.
It could be good, like, because that means I guess we do have a lot more time to train for the games. So
You
that
have to
could be
get
a
there first,
bonus,
though.
but
That's the problem.
yeah, it's a little interesting.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people like the new season. I enjoyed quarterfinals a lot when we had it, just because I
Yeah.
feel like it was a prep for semifinals.
I
So
agree. Yeah.
going from the open to semis is a big jump because it's like you do one workout a weekend for 3 weeks, and the open's not a huge deal in some ways because they're taking 200 semifinals. But then you have semis, which is five workouts in a span of like 5 days, and it's harder. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan either. But
Yeah.
what
One
are you?
star. One star.
One
The
star
CrossFits
review.
do not recommend.
So what are you looking forward to the most this season?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think I'm excited just to see kind of how my training has progressed.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to see what's gonna ha like what the open workouts are gonna be. Because honestly, I strive better with like semifinal workouts with a little bit harder, like technical stuff.
Mhm.
And the Open's usually a lot of double unders, snatches, all of the like pretty common stuff. So I don't know. I'm excited to just see how this year's gonna kind of play out for me. It'll be really exciting to see. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like the open might be a little harder this year just because they do have to make workouts for the individuals to qualify for semifinals, which
Yeah.
is hard. So
Yeah.
I think we might have a chance at having harder workouts in the
Yeah.
open.
That's true, actually.
I
That's a
don't
good.
know why I just realized the individuals also don't have quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Where have
crazy.
I been?
It's so crazy.
That's
It's
real crazy.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry. I'm back. I'm back to the CrossFit world. Apparently, was taking a long nap.
Because it's hard making semifinals as an individual. So they have to make good workouts for the open for it to
That's a
be
good point,
fair to
Stella Ray.
Yeah,
qualify.
that's true.
So
Yeah.
we might get harder workouts in the open.
Yeah, we might be lucky. Let's hope.
And then we'll get heavyweights because of the 16 to 17
Yeah.
is like the same as the women. So we'll
Mhm.
technically be on the individual leaderboard, which is crazy.
That is so crazy. I didn't even like process that until someone told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
that's so weird to think about.
Like 10,000th place.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you hope to see in the Open and semifinals?
I'd like to see more handstand stuff. Handstand walks, maybe some handstand push-ups, wall walks. I love all of those. Um, yeah, I really want to see that. I want to see heavier barbells for sure because I wish they did a max lift in the open, but they haven't done that in a while
Yeah.
because I think it's just like so hard for them to kind of track everybody with like recording videos, but I would love that. I want to see some heavier barbells.
Thank goodness. Me too.
Yeah, I
Me
Yeah.
mean,
too.
one way they could do it is just to do a ladder of some sorts, like even a three barbell ladder, even though that's probably not enough, or like five.
Five.
Um,
Yeah, that would
they
be fun.
could, yeah, even if it's not like a personal max,
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
see
ladders
like
are
a
really
really heavy barbell would be nice.
Yeah. Like they
yeah.
kind of did it in quarterfinals with the clean and jerks, but our weights weren't heavy enough, but the weights were heavy for the individuals.
Yeah.
So something like that would be cool, but with actual heavy weights.
Yeah, because I think for us, like we're on the side of our division where like we're able to lift a lot more. And
Hmm.
so when it comes to those workouts where it's like a ladder of barbells, it's more like endurance work for us
It's
rather than just
cardio.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. So let's start at the very beginning. How did you get into CrossFit?
Okay, so I got into CrossFit because of my dad. He was doing CrossFit at the time, just like with personal training, and I was in gymnastics. I was a gymnast for like 9 years, and I was always at the gym with him. I was always just on the bars, always showing off my handstands and everything. And I kind of just told him, I was like, wow, like I really just want to get stronger for gymnastics. And I was like 8 or 9 when I said this, and I was like, I want to try CrossFit. Like I was already working out all the time, always doing conditioning. Like I knew how to do a lot of stuff already. And so I got into these like CrossFit kid classes with this one other girl and one of the coaches at my gym. And I just fell in love with it. Like it was just so fun. I was there twice a week, just doing little stuff with like a 5 pound barbell. And that's kind of how I got into it. And I just stuck with it for most of my years, still doing gymnastics alongside. Um, and yeah, and then it wasn't until I got in like freshman year of high school when I wanted to take it seriously. So yeah.
And like I looked at your stats today and it looks like your first year in the 14 to 15, you placed like, I don't know, 35th in
Yeah.
quarterfinals? Or
Uh-huh.
is it semifinals? Like
Yeah.
that was your first year competing.
Yeah.
How?
It
Like,
was really crazy because I think the year before that I wasn't allowed to register because I was still young,
mhm.
but I was doing all the open workouts just for fun and it was terrible, like it was rough, but so I think that year I was like really really excited and I still didn't really process everything. But like I did everything to the best of my ability. Like looking back now, I was like, wow, I totally probably could have done better, but I was kind of like I got to quarters, I placed 35th, so I didn't make it to semis because they only took the top 30 that year.
Mhm.
But honestly, like I just remember being kind of glad because I didn't feel ready whatsoever. Like I didn't feel like I was strong enough, like didn't have ring muscle ups. I was so nervous. So I think that 1 year of not making it was honestly a blessing.
So you said you didn't have ring muscle ups, but your ring muscle ups are so good right now.
Thank you.
What did you just work on it a lot?
We worked on them so much. Like they used to look really rough. Like feet were coming above, like couldn't get the dip out. Like it was really rough, but I mean, I was working on them probably 2 to 3 times a week.
Mm.
They've gone so much better, thank goodness. But yeah.
Like, what tips would you have for somebody who struggles with ring muscle ups, especially like the turnover and getting out of the dip?
Um, hmm, let's see. I think I really focus on, I don't remember who told me this, but someone told me to just look, like imagine just throwing yourself over the rings. Like don't even worry about like form once you're trying to like get them. Just literally just try to throw yourself over. Like sometimes I know one person, they said if you have a ponytail, just imagine like whipping it forward just to fully get yourself over. And then like I think we just worked on a lot of ring dips to try to get that a better dip out.
Hmm.
But I also had to work on like I don't know why this helps, but like looking straight forward at a certain spot, like it helped so much just like looking directly at one spot. It made them so much more fluid for some reason and having like such a big kip out of it.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, and it's honestly all just repetition. Like it just clicked one day, I think, and that's kind of just how I got it. Like after a while, I was like, oh, okay, these make sense now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm struggling with them and trying to get better at them. So I'm like asking everybody if they got any tips on them. And
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think
the focus on a place on a wall is probably a pretty good one,
yeah,
Stella. Like,
because
I
I'm
don't
not
know
too
that
sure
you're,
where I'm looking.
I think you're
Half
like
the time.
squirrel.
yeah.
You're like,
Probably have my eyes
Yeah.
closed or something. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, my
Oh,
coach told me that one. He was just like, just stare at one spot because I think it also just helps with like body awareness, I think. And yeah, it helps so much. So
yeah.
I think you should give that a try.
Okay. So what did you train? Like what did you focus on training for the games?
We focused a lot on running. Um, I'm not a great runner. At the games, that was definitely my worst finish. I've never enjoyed it. I also have asthma, so I always am just kind of
Ooh.
dying. Um, so we worked on that so much. I think it definitely got better. Like, I'm pretty sure my coach told me at the games when we had the trail run, I PR'd my mile by like a minute or a minute and a half or something. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, so we did a lot of that. We did kind of just a lot of more endurance stuff
Mhm.
just because um I hate the bike. I mean, I've learned to like it a little bit more because I know my coach will be watching this soon. I've learned to like it more, so we worked on that, which I was really glad about. Um, and kind of just like overall stamina because I had the skills, I had the strength, and it was really just trying to grind through the workouts that I know would suck. That was pretty much all we did all summer.
Yeah, me too. I ran a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
It's like the worst to have to run in the heat,
hmm
like having to train that for the games because it's just so hot. Where do you live?
I live in Reno, Nevada. So in the summer, it was 90s. It was hot, but it was
Ooh.
dry heat. We don't have any humidity here.
Hmm.
So it was definitely different, but it still was horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what was your favorite event from the games? Like, let's do your favorite event and then the one that you did the best on.
Okay. Um, my favorite event was also one I wish I could redeem myself on. Was the handstand walk and the sled push
Mhm.
because everyone was like, "This is your workout. Like you're going to win this." The first like uh qualifying like cut,
Yeah.
I got the top time, like the first round. So I made it to the second round and it was just a nightmare. Like I was like all over the place and I remember just like I was so stressed, so like in my head. And we're doing like I'm in the middle of the sled push and the girl beside me, you know how we had to put our sleds like and park it in that red box. And I was
Yeah.
so worried they were gonna yell at me if it wasn't perfect.
Hmm.
And the girl next to me parked hers like almost completely into mine. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do. I was so frantic. And I was like trying to just rush. And then I got into my handstand, but apparently my hand was over the line. And my judge didn't tell me till I was a few steps in. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went back and I was so frantic. And then I came down again because I was like so lost. And I was in tears. I was like, I knew this was mine and I was so mad. But it was still like, it was good to learn that and realize just kind of got to take a step back. But it was super fun. Like the first round, I was so happy. I love handstands. I was really excited for that one too. So I still think it was my favorite, even though I didn't do as well as I wanted to.
Yeah. I feel like I erased that event from my brain. Like when
Yeah.
people bring it up, I'm like, oh yeah, we really did do that.
I
That
don't
was an
remember you
event.
doing it either, Stella.
I just because
What happened?
I didn't make it the second round, so and we left.
Well,
We dipped after that first
Oh, you
round.
yeah.
did.
We were like, bye.
We're like,
Let's go
see
eat.
ya.
Yeah.
That was
But
always going to be a close cut for you to, I mean, I think on your best day you would have made it, like, cause,
like barely.
but you would have been like the 15th one.
Yeah.
So that was always, we always thought we might be going home after the first one. Not this
But
year though.
Yeah,
yeah.
not this year.
So that was your favorite event? Is the handstand walk one?
Yeah, I think so. Or the lifts. I really like the Olympic lifting just because
How
it
did
wasn't that
like
hard.
how did you feel about the like amount of time in between lifts?
Um, I felt fine because mine were so solid.
Hmm.
I think it kind of put more nerves on you, but I was definitely I wish I could have done more because I know I was playing it safe, but it's like when you only have 20 seconds, it's like playing it safe is honestly the best option. Like you don't want to miss a lift.
Did you have like exact weights that you wanted to hit going into that?
I think we did, yeah. We were kind of testing it in warm-ups, and I think I like there's pictures you can see, and I have like my weights written on my hands still, like in the Sharpie, and I was just like, okay, like this is what I'm gonna do. But I think I wanted to do a little bit more for the
Mhm.
clean and jerk, but I was like, no, like it's fine. I'm just gonna stay where it is because I feel like if I did, I would get in my head too much and mess it all up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've seen like a lot of people who didn't play it safe, but placed really well on it because they
Hmm.
just went out there and put on the heaviest weight they can. But when you only have two lifts per snatch and per clean and jerk, like you have to play it safe.
Yeah.
So why do you do CrossFit? Like why do you love the sport?
Ugh. Um, I think honestly, I just love the sport because one, it makes you feel so good, but also because of like the people I'm surrounded with. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think it would be the same sport without the gym I'm in, without the people, my coaches, my family, like everyone that surrounds the sport. Like, even the people I met, like you at the games, like it makes it so special.
Mhm.
And best thing about the games was just like see everybody because there's not a lot of teens where I'm from at all that I can just train with that are the same level as me. So like being around all of you guys, I was like, wow, like all these people are all the same age as me. They all love what like they all love to do what I do. And it
Mhm.
was just like it was the best moment to feel that. And like my main goal in life was to always just like inspire girls because we still live in this world where like it's not normal to for girls to have muscles, to have big shoulders, to like lift more than guys. And I just want to change that stereotype. Like, like I've had so many instances from that too. Like of they're just like, wow, like you got a lot of muscle on you, like blah blah blah. Like, and I just hate it because it's like, why does
Mhm.
that matter? Like, we're not all supposed to
Yeah.
look like Barbies, you know?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
why isn't there a muscular Barbie?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Tia Cartoon Barbie. There should be.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I it's hard as a teenage girl in high school to look
Hmm.
different from other girls. Like how was your experience with that?
Um, I'd say I hate to admit, but I feel like I would compare myself a lot, but I've definitely gotten better at it because I have been lucky enough to surround myself with so many amazing people who support me. And like my school, they all knew that I was going to the games and they were all cheering me on. They had the live stream Friday,
Mhm.
all in like in their classrooms, all the teachers. And so they were so happy for me. So that was just really amazing. And like coming back to school, like in the hallways, everyone was just congratulating me, and I was like, oh wow, like this is awesome. So it's definitely really good to feel that and not to feel like there are people who say they were like intimidated by me
Mhm.
because they're like, oh my gosh, like you look so strong. And I'm like, if you know me, you know there's nothing to be intimidated by. But yeah.
That's so real.
Yeah.
So you go to like full-time public school or like whatever
Yeah,
school?
I'm at a private Catholic school. But yeah, so
Okay.
I'm there full time. I've been in private school for since kindergarten. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I was kind of like, no way she goes to like a big school because people in the hallways would not be congratulating her.
Yeah, I
We,
think I don't know how big it's like a thousand something kids. My
wow.
class, our junior class only has, I think, like 230 kids. So yeah,
That's
it's definitely,
it.
I've never been to a huge public school before.
Yeah,
So,
I could tell that you had like a small school because I go to huge school. We have like 1,000 kids in our class, in our sophomore
oh,
class.
that's crazy.
It
Yeah.
is. So when people tell me they go to school with like 200 kids in their class, I'm like, y'all probably know every single person in your
Yeah,
class.
pretty much. Well, in from kindergarten to eighth grade, I was with the same 35 kids. Like,
Oh
I'm
my
so
That's
used.
how it
gosh.
was for me too, Stella.
Yeah.
We were
That's
actually with the same
crazy.
6 kids. Like I was in a class of like 6 in elementary, and then I was at a private Christian school, and my graduating class was 70. It was actually 69, but
Crazy.
I always round up one.
Right, right. That's crazy to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. And you do know everyone.
hmm
It's funny.
Hang
Sorry,
on, I'm just
Stella. You're in
processing
with
it.
a million people.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It
I
can
don't
be, it's
know.
like good and bad because
I bet
everyone usually,
drama spreads
yeah,
so quickly.
very quickly, very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's bring up the pictures of these doggy that
One
I've
Oh,
not
doggy.
seen
yeah.
yet. One doggy.
This is my dog, Gary Perry.
Gary. Oh my
Yeah.
Gary.
goodness.
I love people names for pets. Gary
Gary
Perry.
Yeah.
Perry.
He looks like
That's
a Gary. He's
Yeah,
got a
his
little
name just
beard.
matched perfectly with his personality for sure.
oh my gosh. Gary. I can't. That's so funny. I love people names
I
for
know.
pets.
Yeah.
It's quite literally my favorite thing is
I was
people
somewhere
names.
yesterday and someone had 2 cats, Ruth and Patrick.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Patrick is
Patrick and
crazy.
Ruth were the cats.
I mean, I saw this TikTok the other day of this lady yelling at her cat, and she's like, William, William. This cat was
It's
like a
so
huge fat cat, and his name was William.
I love it.
that is
Freaking
funny.
hilarious. So back to CrossFit. If you could master one CrossFit movement, like absolutely become the best in the world at that CrossFit movement, what would you pick?
I feel like it would be really cool to master crossovers.
Huh.
I don't know why, but like we worked on them a little bit because we were kind of scared it was gonna come up for semis or game in the
Yeah.
games. So we worked on them a little bit, but I don't know, they're just kind of cool to do sometimes. Like
Yeah. Have you
it's
learned the
just
double under crossover yet?
no,
I
I'm too
haven't
scared.
either.
That's a little too much.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I've been so bad with double unders and anything with a jump rope for so long that like even getting a crossover was a win for me. So yeah.
Yeah.
What
Mom,
would you
if you
choose?
Oh, I
Oh,
was gonna ask you if
oh
you could
no, you go.
master. Okay, I would choose ring muscle ups.
No.
I would master ring muscle ups.
Yeah.
I would do freestanding handstand push-ups.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like
Mm,
just like
Yeah.
Daniel Brandon, the freestanding. That would be what I choose.
that's a hard movement.
Yeah.
Because if I told you about my dream, just kidding.
Okay, go ahead, Meredith. Tell us about your dream.
No, I'm not doing it. You said I do it too much.
Well, not everybody listens to the podcast, so you can tell
Okay.
it.
No, Ryan. So I have a dream. Like my recurring dream is that I can handstand walk. Like I cannot even. But I have a dream all the time, and I just like do it. I'm like, hey, I got to go over here, and so I handstand walk over.
Oh my gosh.
Stella's like, quit bringing that up on the podcast. Well, there you go. I did it
I
again.
mean, not everybody watches it, so we can keep bringing it up.
Yeah,
It's like me and that damn D-ball event
I know. We bring that up every episode.
every episode, but it's
I
fine.
really thought we were gonna get through it without it today, though. But there you go.
I'm not going to talk about it. I just mentioned it.
Okay.
So if you had to wear one color for the rest of your life, what color would you wear?
Oh, that's easy. Black. I'm in
Look
all
at all
black
of
right
us.
now.
Oh,
We're all in black.
Yeah. It's just such a good color.
yeah.
Like works with everything. I wear it so much. All my friends, they make fun of me because I pretty much only wear black half the time. And so when I wear color, they're like, wow, like you're actually like in color. You don't look emo today. And I'm like, I swear I'm not. I just love wearing black.
If if you didn't do CrossFit, what sport would you be doing?
Honestly, I feel like knowing myself, I'd probably stick with gymnastics
Mhm.
just because I'm really bad at any ball sport. Um, yeah, not the greatest at any of those. I mean, like maybe like I don't ever see myself as being a cheerleader, but if gymnastics like got to be too much, which in the end it did, then I feel like being able to just tumble,
Hmm.
I would love to do that. Um, a lot of people told me to try pole vaulting. I don't know how that would have worked out, but a lot of gymnasts go to pole vaulting, so I don't
Huh.
know, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you, because you're pretty short, or I'm tall. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Maybe
I'm
both.
5 foot.
Maybe both. Yeah, you're 5 foot. Are pole like how tall are pole vaulters? Do you have to be tall to be a pole
I don't
vaulter?
I don't really know.
You have to be like compact and, you know, get yourself
Strong.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
You
should
don't
try it
have to
for
be
fun.
tall.
yeah, just
I
test it
wonder
out and see.
I wonder where people like store the poles. I'm sorry. I just had
I
a
don't know.
thought. So,
Like, I mean, I don't think you bring your, well, shoot, do they come
do you
apart?
bring your own pole with you?
Do you have like a case? Do they come apart? They must come apart.
I
They
don't
have to.
know.
All right,
It
that was my
is.
rant about pole vaulting. It's always something. All right. What's a food everyone should try at least one time in their life?
Oh,
I'll let you think on that. I have an answer. Have you ever had mofongo?
no.
It's a Puerto Rican food. It's so good. It's like plantains, like mashed up plantains,
Yeah.
and then you can put like meat in it.
Oh,
The
okay. I
dreams
don't know.
about,
I don't have any weird foods like
Mm.
or like foods that no one else has tried, I feel like.
Do you have like a weird food combination that you love?
Um, I don't know. When I was younger, I was really weird. My parents always bring this up. I was in like preschool and I would like have these like sausage links and like dip it in ranch and they would just vomit and they were like, "This is disgusting. Why are you doing this?" And they always bring it up because it was so weird, but they still let me do it. I haven't done that since I was like 5. So
You should retry that.
yeah, maybe we should.
Resurface that
Yeah.
combination.
all right,
Yeah.
so breaking news, the poles are not broken down, and Olympians travel through the airport with their 17-foot poles.
How do you get that on a plane?
Is there like a case for that?
There is a case.
Huh.
They
That's
think it might be
ridiculous.
skis, but the bag is 20 feet long. I'm the center of attention when I walk into the airport.
Oh my.
Now, how do you get to the airport with a that long of a pole?
Exactly. I guess it sticks out your back and you put a flag on it.
Or you stick it on top of your car?
Still, you would probably have to have a
You
flag
have
because
to
your
have a
car is
flag on
only
it.
like, what? I don't know. Anyway, we need a
Oh,
pole vault expert. If anyone out there is a pole vault expert, we
DM
have a
me,
spot for you.
please.
yeah.
Apparently, we're very interested in this.
So, yeah. Sausage links and ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. Um, I don't know how that happened really, but my parents never really stopped it. Actually, they probably did when they thought it was disgusting, but yeah. I don't really remember it that well, but yeah, they
Meredith, how
always bring
about
it up.
you? You got food everybody should try?
No.
Okay.
That everyone should try. Wait, what was the question? A food that everyone should try just
At
once?
least at least
Hmm.
once in their life.
Oh, like because it's so good or
Yeah,
because
because it's so good.
mm, baklava.
Mmm.
Oh, I've had that before. Yeah.
I feel
So
like a lot
good.
of people have had it, but then like a surprising number of people have not. So that's my
Yeah,
answer.
that's a
Baklava.
good one. What aspect of the CrossFit Games do you find to be the most challenging?
I think, well, at the games, like every time when I came back and anyone asked me, how was the games? Like, how's your experience? I say it was one of the most amazing experiences, but also I was like, that was the toughest weekend of my life. Like, I have never been so mentally and physically just like tired, exhausted, distraught. Like, it was a lot. Like, I knew it was gonna be hard. It's the CrossFit Games, like, it's supposed to be, but I didn't know what I was in for at first. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, The time difference was a little bit hard. I mean, we got there 2 days before, I think, and their Michigan was what, 3 hours ahead of us, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like we woke up at 5:30 every morning there.
Mm.
That was a little rough. The time, like sleeping, I slept so much. Like in between events, I was on a bench curled up in a ball sleeping. Like I think I slept in between pretty much every event because I was just like I just need a little bit of rest and yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but the hardest part was honestly just recovering. Like I just remember like the last day, there's a picture of me that I think Northern Spirit took, and I look so dead. Like we're in the like in the corral in the tunnel about to go out, and there's no color on my face at all. Like I was so tired. I was like, I just need to be done. And I was like, is anyone else feeling like this? Like, yeah, I was really tired. My body was just in a lot of pain. So that
Mm.
was rough. But
So, like, why do you think that you felt that way? Like, felt so exhausted? Was it you not recovering fast enough, or maybe you didn't eat enough? Like,
I
what did you learn from that for this upcoming year?
I I slept really good, so I think my worst thing about it was eating. It was
Mm.
really hard for me to eat, and I also didn't know what to eat. And then anything my coach was trying to force down me, I got so sick of. So like we had the like light blue Gatorade because he was like, I just need carbs in you. Like you just need to be pounding down carbs. Like you just need them in you. And I got so sick of the flavor, I could not. And then that was the same thing with candy. Like my favorite candy was gummy clusters, like the Nerds gummy clusters.
Was?
Yes, was. And he forced those down me so much that I got sick of them. Like we were in the corral and he would like go behind the curtain and hand some to me and I got so sick I was just throwing them in the trash. I don't think he knows that. I was like, I can't do this. I'm gonna throw up before I go out there. Like they're so
Is
bad.
it just
I
like a
think
hand reaching through the curtain?
yes, he was like,
Like,
he was like, just take them.
And you were like, no.
Yeah, yeah. It was just too much. I've had them a little bit after the games, and I can like tolerate them, but nowhere near what I could at before that. Yeah,
That's so sad.
yeah.
Like, now your favorite candy is not nerd gummy clusters, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your favorite candy now?
Ooh, I just like a lot of those like sour strips. Like I like those Airhead Extremes. Those are good. Like
Yeah.
all the sour stuff. Yeah, I'm not like I don't love to have like all the chocolate. I like the fruity stuff and the
Mm.
gummies. I like those better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last question. Do you have any advice for teen athletes who want to try and make the games this year?
Um, I would say honestly, just give it your all. Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't even matter the outcome as long as like you know what you want, you're gonna go for it, you're gonna try your hardest. Um, like, yeah, honestly, like it's an amazing experience to feel if it does happen. And if it doesn't, you have the rest of your life. Like, CrossFit is an amazing sport because like you can do it for so long. There's people still in their 70s, still going to the games and doing this, like, and we're still 16 years old doing it. Like, it's amazing. So, like, I think, and I have to tell this to myself sometimes, it's like you can't get caught up in it because it's not like it's the end of the world if you don't make it this year because you have so much time. Like, we started this sport so young that I think we definitely get in our heads a lot. And yeah, you kind of just got to realize like we got time.
Yeah, I'm the same way with that too. It's
Yeah.
not the end of the world if we don't make it, even though it might feel like it.
Yeah.
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 But we believe in you, Ryan, and I think you're gonna make it this year.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hope you
big
do
time.
too.
Big time. So, thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch Watch out, here I come. This is my time.